Hello, we are going to talk about trade policy instruments. Domestic content requirement is a trade policy instrument designed to require that a specific proportion of the inputs, components, or production process of a final good be national origin. What is for? The purpose of this instrument is to encourage the national production of intermediate goods or components, promoting the development of the local industry and reducing dependence on imports. What is the effect? Customer surplus in this case is reduction because customers face higher prices due to the higher cost or final goods that incorporate more expensive national components. Producer surplus. In this case, is increased because local producers of intermediate goods or components benefit since they had a demand assured by the obligation to use them. Government revenue. In this case, it increases because since it allows company to adopt this requirement, tax collection increases due to the greater activity in the local economy. For example, in Mexico, in the automotive sector, local content regulations allow automotive companies to export components produced in Mexico to meet local content requirements. This will be reflected in the final price of the car and place it in an intermediate price range between the cost of importing the car and the cost of producing it domestically. The second instrument is administrative restrictions, are regulatory provisions implemented by governments to regulate the entry, exit, or quality of specific goods in international trade. These are apply raw permit, license, certificates of origin, technical regulations, anti-dumping controls, and among others. Their main purpose includes control the flow of trade, protecting the local industry, ensuring quality standards, and promoting sustainable trade. What is the effect of this instrument? Customer surplus in this case is reduction because administrative restrictions increase import costs, which increases the final prices of products. Producer surplus. In this case, it increases because domestic producers benefit from lower levels of foreign competition, allowing them to maintain higher prices. Government revenue increase as a cost associated with permits and licenses generate additional revenue for the government. Tariff evasion is also reduced by strengthening controls. Uh, an example is the requirement of technical standards in Japan for imported electronic products, such as household appliances. These standards require products to meet specific safety and energy efficiency standards, forcing exporters to make technical adjustments and obtain prior certifications. This raises costs for exporters, increases customer prices, and benefits domestic producers by reducing external competition.
Export subsidy. What is export subsidy? An export subsidy is a financial benefit the government pays domestic producers to encourage export what promote export, support local industry, boost economic growth. Producers succeeds increase because producers receive and benefit that allows them to sell more or at better price and foreign markets. Consumer surplus decreases resources that had been spent on domestic consumption are derived to export. Government revenues decrease as the government incurs greater expenses to provide the subsidies. Tariff. What is tariff? Tariff a tax and government impose on imported goods. What is this for? Protecting local industry. Rising tax revenue controlling foreign trade. Producer surplus. Increase and domestic producers benefit from as competition from more expensive foreign goods. Consumer surplus decrease because consumers buy more important goods for domestic goods that now have higher prices to do less competition. Government revenues increase because the government and collect tax and important goods.
Import quota, what is it? A quantitative limit set by a government on the amount of a good or service that can be imported during a specific period. It's a trade barrier that restricts the quantity of foreign products entering a country. Why it is used? To protect domestic industries, to improve the trade balance. Voluntary export restraint. What is it? An agreement between exporting and importing countries where the exporting country voluntarily agrees to limit the quantity of a good or service exported to another country. While it appears voluntary, it's often a result of trade pressures of yields of tariff from the importing country. Um, why is it used? To avoid protectionist measures and to maintain price. Mm, use steel tariff, a case study in 2018, the US government imposed tariff of steel imports. The goal was to protect the US steel industry, which was facing intense competition from other countries.